Open and closed syllables. Open and closed syllables are two of the most frequent syllable types that occur in English. But what are the differences between these two syllable types? How do we read open and closed syllables? And why is it even important to know this distinction? You will find out in this video. We will also see some examples of typical open and closed word structures and learn how to divide syllables. After watching this video, you will fully understand open and closed syllables and you will be able to confidently teach them to your children or students. So, without further ado, let's get started. What is a closed syllable? A closed syllable is a syllable with a vowel that is closed at the end by at least one consonant. Cat. The consonant T after the vowel A closes the syllable. Not. The consonant T closes the syllable. Dog. The consonant G closes the syllable. When a vowel is closed by a consonant, it makes its short sound. Lap, top, cack, tuss, pic-nic. Closed syllables account for almost 50% of syllables in English. It is the most common syllable type in the English language, and this is, by the way, why it is a good idea to teach short vowel sounds first. What is an open syllable? An open syllable is not closed in at the end by any consonant. No, the vowel O is not closed because it's not followed by any consonant. It keeps its door open and makes the vowel say its name, O. Me. The vowel E is not closed by any consonant. It keeps its door open and makes the vowel say its name, E, as opposed to not and met. Taking all of these into account, let's practice. Lay, bell, bay, can, a, corn, a, from, a cat, a dog. How to easily recognize open and closed syllables. English has 6 syllable types: open, closed, R-control, vowel, consonant, E syllables, also called magic key syllables, vowel teams, and consonant all syllables. So for syllables to fall either in the category closed or open, they must only contain one vowel. They do not finish with R, car, for, bird. They do not present a consonant vowel E structure, hope, made, make. They do not follow a consonant all structure, able, table, marble. We have now learned to identify words with open or closed syllables and the impact that this has on how we read vowels. But how to go about dividing syllables in these words? The first thing to do is to locate the vowels, A, I. Then we count the number of consonant sounds in between the vowels. 1, 2. If there are 2 consonants, divide the word between the consonant sounds. Nap, ken, napkin. Let's practice with another example. Locate the vowels first. U, E. Count the number of consonants. 1, 2, 3. If there are 3 consonants between vowels, you've got a blend or a consonant cluster. The sounds blended together must stay together in one syllable. These are the 2 consonants that go together. They must go together in the second syllable. So you divide it like this: 100. If there's only one consonant sound in between the vowels, the first thing to try is to divide right after the vowel like this: hotel, hotel. Let's try another example. Only one consonant sound in between the vowels. Let's divide right after the vowel: acorn, acorn. However, if the word that we end up with doesn't seem to make sense when we read it, neither, then divide after the consonant instead. Never. Also remember that consonant clusters or blends cannot be separated. So even if we count 2 consonants here, we don't divide between the consonants. We keep the consonants always together in a blend or a cluster. So we divide after the vowel. April, April. Finally, in some occasions, 2 vowels next to each other do not work as a team. If that is the case, the word should be divided between those 2 separate vowel sounds. Diet, giant. For a handy list to practice open and close syllables, check the video description. A real-life example dividing open and closed syllables with a 6-year-old. Okay, so we've already been through this exercise together, so yes, what are we going to do first?
Yes, we count the vowels. 2 eyes.
That's good. And what is the next step?
We count the consonants in between them.
Okay, how many are there?
2.
So how do we divide these?
Like
in between the consonants, okay.
Because those don't go together.
That's good. Okay, so is this syllable closed?
Closed, yes.
Why is it closed?
Because there is a consonant behind it.
Okay, a consonant at the end. And is it gonna say its name or is it gonna say its sound?
Sound.
Very good. And this one?
Closed.
Same thing then.
Yeah.
So how do we read this?
Pic-nic.
Very good. Okay. Same process here? Let's go.
Yeah. So, you
What
know
do we
what
have
I'm
here?
going to do, right?
Yes?
I'm going to do this, then I'm going to do this, then... And I'm going to count, and we split it here.
Because there's only one. You split
Yes.
it right before the consonant.
That says bacon.
Okay, that's very good. Why does these letters say its name?
Because there's no consonant at the end.
Okay. And this one says its sound because
Because there's consonant at the end, yes.
this is a tricky one. Let's see.
So so we count the...
We count or we
find
Okay.
the vowels.
We find the vowels. Good. What do you do?
Next, we count the consonants in between them. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
There's 3.
So what is going on here? What are we gonna do here?
Here.
Okay, why?
Because those letters go together.
Okay, they can't be apart, right?
No.
Okay, so is this syllable open or closed?
Closed.
Why?
Because there is a consonant behind it.
Okay, it's a consonant at the end. And this one, is it open or closed?
And closed.
Yes, closed again because there's a consonant at the end. How do you read these then?
Complex.
Very good. Okay, so I'm gonna write down the last word for you. This is going to be a little bit tricky as well.
I think it's gonna be easy.
Okay, let's see.
Same process, guys.
Yes, that's good. 1, 2 consonants. So, where do we divide this word? Over here?
No, over here.
Why did you do that? I thought
Because
two
those go together.
Okay. So, is this open or closed? This syllable.
Open.
Okay, so does the A say its name or its sound?
It says A.
It says A. Okay, let's go then.
Apron.
Very good.
Important final thoughts.
So just a few final thoughts that I wanted to share with you. First of all, my daughter, who was the one doing the exercises with me, had already done these sort of exercises before, and it was by no means the first time that she had heard of the concept of open and closed syllables. In fact, when I first tried to teach her open and closed syllables over a year ago or so, I decided to wait because it was confusing her. Let's recap and see what children need to be clear about to start with. They have to be able to tell the difference between consonants and vowels. They need to understand what syllables are. They have to understand the concept of consonant clusters or blends, or how some consonants are just inseparable. And they have to know that sometimes vowels say their name, A, E, and sometimes they say their short sound, A, E, etc. And on top of that, when we teach them open and closed syllables, they have to remember that consonants close syllables, and then they have to remember what happens with vowel sounds in open and closed syllables. There is even an extra layer of complexity here, which is the schwa sound replacing sometimes the short vowel sound in closed syllables. Think of pencil, seven, kitten. The I in pencil and the E in seven and kitten, if you really listen closely, sounds like a schwa sound. Oh, I know, this is really confusing, and I'm not gonna spend lots on the schwa sound here because this topic is huge. However, what I'm going to say is that I do not recommend talking about this with your child at this point. Besides, in general, there's no need, so why confuse children? You know, being the schwa sound such a neutral sound, it is really the sound that is gonna roll out of their mouths naturally if they are native English speakers when they are reading these words. And they are not really gonna question, or is this a pure A sound or a pure E sound, or is it something different? So, behind open and closed syllables, there's quite a lot going on, and concepts build upon each other. That is why I always say that you need to follow a well-thought plan, a well-thought order. You need repetition, practice, and consistency. That is key, because when you're consistent, you can really achieve amazing results. To help you achieve those results, on the video description, I have left you some links for you to check out. The first one is for you to get notified when the project that I'm currently working on gets released. This is going to be a guide on how to teach a child to read from scratch, following a system that is not only phonetical, but also really sets the right foundations for giving your child or your students the opportunity to achieve their full potential at reading. The best part is that, at least at the beginning, it's going to be available for free for my followers, for my audience. That means for you. This is my way to say thank you for watching. And the second one is for getting a handy word list with different word structures containing open and closed syllables, so you can practice with your child or students. Bye, and see you on the next video.